not wish to continue beyond the 31st of December 2013. I can say that Sir Kenneth, when he joined the bank as the chairman, did not own any shares in Bank of Montserrat. With the APO, it is my understanding that Sir Kenneth has bought the maximum permitted for him to buy as a private shareholder, which is showing that he has the absolute confidence in the growth and development of Bank of Montserrat. Sir Kenneth, thank you. We'd like to thank the directors, all past and present, for their continued diligence in steering the bank and serving our clients and shareholders over the years. People may believe you just go in and serve as a director and it's easy. One little known fact is that a director can go to jail for decisions made in conducting the business as directors. And I think it's a little known fact. In fact, when we look within the ECCU, there are directors who we have told in no uncertain terms they cannot withdraw any money from the bank until the bank is back onto a solid footing. Fortunately, that is not the case with Bank of Montserrat. Back in 1991, Bank of Montserrat was at the bottom of the pile. I am proud to announce that as we speak today, Bank of Montserrat is in the top 50 percentile of the indigenous banks in the ECCU. With government demitting and getting rid of its shares, getting other individuals, other institutions involved in Bank of Montserrat, with the path that we have set the bank on, the directors, the chairman, and the staff, it is my understanding from a place I sit sometimes in the ECCU that Bank of Montserrat within the next 2 years is expected to move to the top 25% of the indigenous banks within the ECCU area. It's very commendable for the Bank of Montserrat. Against that backdrop, can I see all of those who don't have shares in Bank of Montserrat? Could you stand? You don't have to stand. All it takes, if you do not have any shares before, and Governor, this is available to you as well, a minimum of $750 investment, it can be a significant part of Bank of Montserrat. So after you've had your wine this evening, could you just give your names to the ladies and we'll collect your check next week so that you can become proud owners of shares in the Bank of Montserrat. Whoever don't have, those shares are available and some of those will be government shares. This is our bank. This is our institution. And we will make Bank of Montserrat a solid example, not only here in Montserrat, but within the entire ECCU. As we move forward, and as long I have anything to do with it, Bank of Montserrat will never fall into the situation as so many banks have fallen into within the ECCU. Bank of Montserrat will not be intervened again by the central bank. It will in fact be a leading light within the ECCU and the entire Eastern Caribbean. To the members of staff, to the chairman, board of directors, all members of staff, shareholders, it's our 25th anniversary, and I also speak as a private shareholder. It's our 25th anniversary. Bank of Montserrat is one of only 2 publicly held institutions in Montserrat. Let us change that. Let us create other institutions as the Bank of Montserrat will lead from the front, create the facilities for the growth and development of Montserrat. I trust that we'll all enjoy the 25th anniversary, and in 25 years' time, I expect to see all of you here again as we celebrate the 50th anniversary. Thank you very much, and God bless.
Thank you very much, Honorable Premier, for a very stimulating address. I'd forgotten to tell you before you got here that you were allowed 3 minutes, but you remained right within the 3 minutes. That was very good of you. Thank you.
That's for yours.
I am also very happy that you signaled that your confidence that many of us will be able to be around for the next 25 years. That's very encouraging. Thank you as well. Now, we are coming to a very serious part of the this evening's proceedings, and we will continue the Bank of Montserrat rendezvous with our young people. We have a series of awards for deserving children. I see them out there, nicely put together. Some of the young men and young women make the adults look very small the way they're so wonderfully attired. Now, we're depending a lot on the teachers and the others to keep the children rolling. I'll now call on the manager and Mr. Joseph and Miss Matthew, the operations manager, to deliver to the deserving students their prizes. So, as I said, we want to get this thing moving. You'll come up here, and you come for your prize on this end of the stage. You'll pass via the manager, and then you'll exit down that way and walk carefully. So, we start with the composition competition winners. First prize. Oh, so I gave it the wrong. I've got it the wrong way, but I'm corrected. It's on the far side, so please go ahead. First prize for the composition winners. First prize goes to Ronika Sweeney. Second prize, Amari Jeffers. Third prize, Shekinah Irish. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Other awards. From the Braids Primary School, top three academic performers. Trevor Howe Jr., grade 3. Dominique Bess, grade 4. Catrice Fenton, grade 6. Continue with the Braids Primary School. Student with most athletic potential, Deshaun Wilkins. The most improved student, Everton Leonard. From the Lighthouse Community Academy, Chevelle West, most industrious student. Tiffany Weeks, most outstanding student. We now move on to the Lookout Primary School. Top academic performance, Nikisha Scotland and Ronald Lewis. From the Lookout Primary School still, student with the most athletic potential, Zafet Texier. From the, I continue here, most improved student, Favela Guerrero Garcia. From the St. Augustine Primary School, top academic performers, Carrier West and Conis Silcott. Student with most athletic potential, Regina Weeks. Most improved student, Yannick Henry. From the Montserrat Secondary School, top student Form 1, Doran Castle. Top student Form 2, Jessica Tolan. Top student Form 3, Isis Harvey. Top student Form 4, Chekrubi Akereke. I apologize if I'm not pronouncing it name properly. Please, I'm not in any way frivolous. Top student Form 5, Nadia Brown. That's one of our wonderful singers. Top athlete, Michaela Gittens. From the Montserrat Community College, top academic performer, Lenika Sutton. Most improved student, Mario Lynn. Student with the most academic potential in the natural sciences, Tiffany Skerritt, one of our singers. And that brings us to the end of the awards to the children of our various academic institutions. The directors will come in the following order. First award to the directors is to Mr. D.R.V. Edwards for 20 years of exceptional and unbroken service as chairman and director of the bank. Mr. Edwards is not here, but the corporate secretary, Mr. Allen, will receive the award on behalf of Mr. Edwards. The next award is for Kenneth Allen, you see, present chairman. Other directors in this order, Mr. Neville Cowan, I'll leave a little time for Mr. Allen to come up and down. So we have in this order Mr. Neville Cowan, Mistress Teresa Silcott, Miss Cynthia Farrell, Mistress Venita Kebi, Mistress Rosalind Castle Seeley, Mr. C.T. John, Mr. S.A.W. Maloney, and last but not least, Mr. Marius St. Rose. I don't think he's with us this evening. Yeah, thank you. We have a special award to Mr. John Allen, past director and now corporate secretary to the board. Thank you very much, brother. You're very gracious. And the manager will hand over these awards to the staff. And this is all staff who have over 5 years and above service. Miss Bernadette Matthew, 23 years. Mr. Walter Blake, 23 years. Mr. James Cady, 23 years. Miss Valerie Daly, 23 years. Miss Delcina Kaby, 17 years. Miss Jacqueline Weeks, 16 years. Mistress Kathy Ann Lee Fenton, 16 years. Miss Gwendolyn Boatswain, 15 years. Miss Gwen here? Oh, she's right here. Mistress Brenda Lee Buffon, 15 years. Mistress Carla Lee, 10 years. Mistress Jean Smith, 10 years. Mistress Julia Jean-Baptiste, 9 years. Mr. Clifford Light, 8 years. Miss Deslyn Plato, 8 years. Mr. Ian McFoy, 7 years. Mr. Fitzroy Mulo, 7 years. Mr. Emma Monroe, 7 years. Miss Alison Richards, 6 years. Miss Jennifer Boyer, 5 years. My goodness. Miss Adela White, 5 years. Miss Keen Harley, 5 years. And Miss Nemisha Gibbons, 5 years. Thank you very much, Manager. I would like to congratulate you children, young people. You're the future. The bank has a lot of trust and hope for the future of Montserrat with you as our young people being in the forefront. As you know, we're talking about this flagship of collective endeavor. And what we're saying is that as you're young people, you have to start thinking in terms of doing things, getting together and doing things. Number 8 is a customer's perspective by Mr. Fitzroy Buffer.
Good evening all. Mr. Chairman, I wish to adopt the protocol which has already been established with your concurrence. This evening, I'll be seeking to make very brief submissions as to why I say that the Bank of Montserrat, my bank, has contributed significantly to my development. This relationship started in the early 1990s when I would have opened an account with the Plymouth branch. But it was in 2000 when I would say the relationship was properly consummated. I had cause to apply for a mortgage because at that time it was very clear in my mind that I was not going to relocate to the UK. Within 3 weeks, I got the green light and I proceeded with my project. But the challenge was to come in 2003 when I decided to pursue law. In the second year, I approached the Bank of Montserrat for tuition fees and monies to purchase textbooks. Again, within 2 days, I was able to access these funds. At the end of the degree program, here comes the challenge. I have to go to law school. I wanted to go to the United Kingdom. Significant sums are involved. I also have to consider the fact that I'll be away for 9 months, not making an income, and I have obligations here. I was warned on my departure by my tennis friends that if I fail, I should not come back to Montserrat. I took that very, very seriously. So I applied for student loan, and again, the Bank of Montserrat was there to my rescue. And this point is important. It's institutions like the Bank of Montserrat and the government of Montserrat, they should be commended for the significant contributions they've made to our lives. I can say clearly, but for the Bank of Montserrat, but for the government of Montserrat, I would have never made it to be a barrister, because the funding was critical. I was not prepared to seek a loan from anyone. I went to the bank, and the only bank I'd have gone to was the Bank of Montserrat. Law school was tough, but I'm reminded by what the tennis guys told me. I realized that I had the student loan to pay, and the only way this was going to be done is through success. So you'd find that my classmates found me very odd for the first 2-3 months because I refused to lend. Their parents were rich, mine were poor. I had a student loan, they did not. So I stuck in, and at the end of the day, I'm here today. And I really want to thank Bank of Montserrat, the government of Montserrat, because without them, I wouldn't be here tonight talking as a barrister. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank, again, staff, was always supportive of me. And I remember when I was leaving, I told the loans officer, failure is not an option. Because when I think about it, and I look at my entire career, pursuing law, the amount of time, the expenses, I could not let alone the Bank of Montserrat also. So I worked as hard as I could, and in the end, I was able to come back to Montserrat knowing that the mission has been accomplished. I'd like to thank everyone who assisted, all my friends, all my supporters. Without you, I would not be here tonight. Thank you very much. And I'd like to wish Bank of Montserrat happy 25th anniversary. and I look forward to another 25. I hope I'll be there with you. Thank you very much.
And I'd like to thank you, Buff, if I may shorten your name, and just said to the audience in general, my brother made a declaration that he owes no one. If he owes anyone, put up your hand now. Thank you, Buff. That was really very moving. We now go back to item 7. And we have, as item 7, a remix of the jingle, Put Your Trust in the Bank of Montserrat. And it's to be done by A.J. Castle, son of the late, the mighty Arrow. And I'm just sending out a very silent and quiet word of warning that it's only 2 minutes alone.
Good day, sir.
How are you? I'm sorry. How are you?
I'm fine.
Nice.
Well, I understand that you all have 8% mortgage loan and
8%. I can't hear you, madam. I cannot hear you. 8% mortgage loans on
housing.
On housing.
Yeah. So
how can I help you? We are a bank you can bank on. Bank of Montserrat. We are a bank